work against spill. And the nice thing is this has a seal.
A special
Suction!
effect.
That's the word I'm looking for.
I'm not sure that was even better.
So we're going to let this cool completely, and we'll put it in the fridge once we go to bed tonight. Shut your face.
It's got a... whatever that is. Do your dishes have... like ours?
Those are cranberries, and I am making a cranberry pineapple relish for Thanksgiving tomorrow. Now, this is not to disparage the can. The jelly in the can is still the very best cranberry sauce in the whole world, but this gives it a run for its money because it's so good and it's so easy to make. So I have doubled the recipe that I found, and I've got 2 bags of course, Ocean Spray cranberries. Now, even though these were frozen, I want to make sure that I rinse them before they go anywhere near my food. So I'm just going to rinse the cranberries, and then while they drain, I will get the first step going, which is to drain the pineapple. All right, so we will get those rinsed off, and they will soak. And then the next step is to actually drain the pineapple. Now, I will tell you, I'm doubling the recipe. Dave, you'll put the recipe in the comments.
Yeah,
right?
I'll put it in the description of the video.
Yeah, it's a real short recipe. But in the recipe, we decided to double it. So we thawed 2 bags of cranberries, but realized we only had 1 can of pineapple. And it's technically in the recipe, it's supposed to be chunks or tidbits. And I like crushed because I like it to be a little more fine, and I like the taste to get more throughout. So, but the beauty is it's supposed to be a 16-ounce can. This is a 20-ounce can, and we have more pineapple juice. So this is just make and do with what you got. So what I'm going to do is you start out here. This is a really cool bit. You open this up, and then it's going to be really interesting to see how I can do this with crushed pineapple, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah. So I had, where did my drainer go? Oh, here it is. All right. So actually, I'm going to do it this way.
I'm not sure you even need to drain it, honestly. But
well, you do as part of the recipe because
it
goes back in.
Right.
But you're trying to get a particular amount.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so now it may not work very well to drain this, and that's okay. Because what you're supposed to do is with 1 bag of pineapples, or 1 bag of cranberries, pineapples, that'd be a big bag. So 1 bag of cranberries, and then you're supposed to drain your 16-ounce can of pineapple and drain it, and then add water until this measures 1 cup.
So we've doubling that.
So we've doubled it.
And you're going to add that juice that's in that can to that. Right?
Yes, so that we have a little more potent pineapple juiciness.
Right.
And of course, if I know how to open a can. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this up to a cup. And then I'm just going to do water for the 2nd cup. I'm just going to pour this can in here.
Man, it's having a hard time focusing, I'll tell you what.
Oh, yeah?
Well, we're using a cinematic view
okay.
right now. It's trying to use all the different tracking and stuff. So we'll see how it comes out.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go put another cup of water in here. And then I'll see you guys over at the stove.
All right.
Okay, so now we are over here, and this is the next step. This is the 2 cups of the pineapple juice and water. They're going to go in here. Go in there, and then we're going to add 2 cups of granulated white sugar. I will say we're usually a raw sugar kind of family, but in this particular case, I think white sugar is going to dissolve a lot better.
Yeah.
So
A little faster at least.
yeah, exactly. So I got, can you believe, oh my God, so much sugar. So I'm going to do 1 cup of sugar. And if I'm a little under, I'm not terribly heartbroken because, oh my God, this is a lot of sugar.
Yeah, plus your pineapple juice is going to be super sweet too.
Exactly.
The sugar is actually probably just a sweetener and to counterbalance some of the acid that's in the cranberries. So.
And then now, I turn this up, and we have to bring it to a boil, stirring constantly. So this is we have 2 recipes that we usually make for Christmas that require, or for Thanksgiving that require constant stirring. This and Dave's chocolate fudgy pies, which you'll probably see in a future YouTube video.
Probably, yeah. Can't have Thanksgiving without them. We'll be back when this boils. Thought we'd mention this. We were, initially we typically do this cranberry sauce in a saucepan or a skillet. But because we doubled the recipe, we don't want to worry about splashing and overfill and all that kind of fun stuff. So we just went with a big old pot. All right, it sounds like you reached a boil.
Correct. So it's time to add the cranberries. All right. I'm gonna have to stir them all in and then return it to a boil. And then once it returns to a boil, I believe let me check the recipe.
They kind of smushed
Reduce heat to low and simmer until they burst about 10 minutes. That's the most fun part about this, is the bursting cranberries, because you look about 10 minutes and they'll go. So, yeah, so we just wait for this to return to a boil.
Meanwhile, Puddin' is supervising.
Yes, she is the snoopervisor.
We brought her bed into the kitchen. He goes, if she's like your dog, she wants to be in the kitchen the whole time you're in there. And for Thanksgiving Day prep, she normally hangs out on the carpet right below the sink. Which means we can't get to the sink half the time. So we just brought her bed in and she's hanging out by the turkey brine. Turkey's in our cooler brine. Right, Puds? I'm guarding it.
I'm guarding a turkey. Ain't nobody getting to this turkey before me.
And our bread that's going stale slowly but surely for our dressing.
Stuffing!
Stuffing's in the bird. Dressing is not.
Stuffing is everybody else. Dressing is the South. Let's be real.
So we'll see you guys in a second when these start to burst, I guess, yeah?
Yeah, about 10 minutes.
Sweet. About halfway through the 10 minutes, and they're already starting to pop. Doesn't take long. Pretty easy recipe, really. Almost done with the 10 minutes.
About another minute to go. Gotta get a few more of these dudes to pop.
10 minutes are up.
Yes. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so good. All right, so now that 10 minutes are up and pretty much everybody's burst, turn off the heat. And now we add the drained pineapple mixture. Drained pineapple, excuse me. So we're gonna put all this in there. And that is why I grabbed the little spatula, because especially crushed pineapple really likes to hang out on the inside of the can and not actually join your recipe. So let's get the last of that out of there. Okay, so we've got that. The fact that we have 2 whole cups of sugar and sweet pineapple and pineapple juice in here, I want to give this thing a little extra brightness. So I am going to zest part of a blood orange into here so we can just get that kind of orange to balance out those other flavors and the sweetness. So I'm just going to zest this up, and of course I chose the prettiest part of the blood orange. I'm not going to add a lot, but I want to add enough so that it makes a difference.
And you don't have to use a blood orange. We just grabbed those because they had them.
Yeah, they had blood oranges, and we were like, yay, blood oranges. So that's done, and then I got one more scrapey down the back here. This is another sneaky thing. Everything in here just is sneaky and does not want to go into the recipe. All right. And then now, since the heat is off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it all together. And then you just let it fully cool before you serve it. We will be serving it tomorrow, so we're going to let it fully cool. And then we will have it sit in the fridge overnight.
That's it, huh?
Mm-hmm. That is
Pretty
it.
simple.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll definitely thicken up,
Oh yeah, it thickens up like crazy.
especially with all that sugar in there.
Yeah, the sugar will get it. Basically, the sugar will get it gelling.
You're basically making a jam, really, or a compote.
Yeah, compote would be the best way to describe
Yeah.
this, I think.
It smells awesome.
Oh my gosh,
Especially with that
so
orange
good.
peel in there now.
Yeah, that adds something, don't you think?
Yeah. So you could really play with this recipe and do a lot to it if you wanted to. You could add vanilla to it. You could add all kinds of cinnamons. You could do all kinds of good stuff to it.
I'm a fan of basic recipes, making them once exactly as they're written, and then after that, make it your own.
Yeah.
You know, add the things that you like. If you like fewer cranberries and more pineapple, rock on. You know, if you like all of the tartness of the cranberries and you want to reduce the sugar so you get more of that bite, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Easy peasy.
that's right. So
We'll show you what this looks like when it cools completely down, like how much thicker it is and everything.
yeah, and we'll get it poured into something to help it cool faster.
All right. I'll see you guys in a second. All right.
All
So
right.
we transferred it to a bowl.
Yes.
This is a microwave safe bowl and refrigeration safe bowl. So we're just we wanted something that you could put a lid on it, because if we do throw it in the fridge, we don't want it soaking up any other flavors that are in
Right.
the fridge.
Plus, it's pretty full, so we also want to work against spill. And the nice thing is, this has a seal.
A special
Suction.
effect.
That's the word I'm looking for.
I'm not sure that was even better.
So we're gonna let this cool completely, and we'll put it in the fridge once we go to bed tonight. Shut your face.
It's got a whatever that is. Do your dishes have like ours? You could be entitled to compensation.
If not, you are missing out.
So we're gonna let this cool for a while. Obviously, we don't want to put a lid on it right now because it's still boiling hot.
So that's it. Check
Yeah,
check the recipe in the comments and
Description.
Yeah, that's right, description. Check
Yeah.
the recipe in the description, and then after you make it once.
We'll show it. We'll be back in just like a couple seconds for you and show you what it looks like when it's totally thick. But
Bye.
see ya. And here we are. A couple seconds later for you.
For you.
So it's cooled down. Buzz is drinking water. In the background.
And it sets
that's-
up
Yeah.
kind of like it's like a medium set, I would say. It's
Yeah,
not
salsa.
it's not runny, but it's not fully solid either. It's kind of a half.
Yeah.
And
It's super good.
oh my god, so good.
So we actually had it for Thanksgiving, and we just forgot to record this little tiny bit.
So I'm just gonna eat some more.
So we have tons of it left over. We sent a bunch home with our guests, and we use this just to eat for just by itself.
Yeah.
Or you can put it in your yogurt, or you can put it on ice cream,
Cereal, whatever
Yeah,
you want to
whatever you
do.
want.
It's so flavorful.
oatmeal. Be good in oatmeal, rice even.
Yeah, I did it in oatmeal last year.
Yeah.
Like the last time I made it, whenever that was.
So yeah, super, very, very easy to make, and delicious.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So
Give it a shot.
enjoy.
Let us know what you think.